Hello everyone and welcome back to Building a Dark Ride. This is part 4, I think. Yeah, this is part 4. Today we are going to be focusing mainly on the story aspect, mainly the pre-show room, and then we might work a little bit on the ride. But right now we're going to focus on the story aspect. Now, there's a driving force behind every dark ride, and that is the story. Because, you know, roller coasters don't have much of a story, maybe a little, but usually you just get on and ride. Like, yeah, they have themes, but there's not really a story. But most dark rides have a deep, compelling story, like, let's see, Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man in Universal. Like, you're given a mission to go out and find Spider-Man, and then you go along on his adventures. And let's see, another good example would be, let me think here. I'm kind of drawing a blank here. Well, Expedition Everest is sort of like a dark ride, but it's still a roller coaster. But it still has the central story, you know, expeditioning in the mountains and the yeti. But anyways, so let me tell you the basic story for our dark ride, Alien Encounter. So hopefully all of you have seen the Alien movies, you know, with Sigourney Weaver. I'm a big fan of those. So basically, the story for our ride is you enter the Weyland-Yutani Alien Research Lab or whatever. You know, you go through the queue and you see some of the laboratories and stuff, and then you get right here and you see the eggs and all that stuff, blah blah blah. And then you come to the pre-show room. Now, let me explain the pre-show. So first off, I'm going to put some examples down at the bottom of the screen to links to other videos of pre-show examples, because the pre-show is kind of hard to understand. So like basically, the line will stop like right here, and you'll have like a, you know, an employee standing right here. And he'll let a few people in at the time. They'll come in and stand right here, and they'll shut the doors. And then these screens will come on, and it'll tell you the basic, you know, pre-story, everything you need to know before you go on the ride. So like, for example, guests will come in here, and then the screens will come on. They'll be like, hey, welcome to the testing center, blah, blah, blah. Everything's fine. You won't get attacked. And so then, after the pre-show finishes, then the doors will open again, and guests go to the ride, and the story continues. Now, there are different ways to do pre-shows. You know, you could just flash a picture up there and pretend, or you can do it like, well, I have Adobe After Effects, so I can do more, but, you know, most people don't have that privilege, but I do. So usually what I do is I just, I use a green screen, then I make a short video. But then you have to have your script too, you know, like it's basically like directing maybe a 2-minute movie, because, you know, you have to have lines and all that stuff. Like in my previous videos, Acceleration Nation and Fear Factory, those both had pre-shows. And, you know, that's a good example too, you know, just to get you, you know, acquainted with the ride. But so then after that, the doors will open and guests will come into the pre-ride queue. So this is just a little, this kind of breaks it up. So this is the main queue, pre-show, and then pre-ride queue. And then you get in here. So that's the pre-show, and I don't think I'm going to do that on camera. I think I'm just going to make it, because, you know, it's basically just what I said, you know, hi, welcome to the Alien Research Center. Today you'll be going on a tour, blah, blah, blah. And then guests go on and get in their cars. Now is the real part of the story. So, this is like a tour of the facility, and of course, in every dark ride, nothing goes right, so guests will board the tour vehicles, and they'll ride around the labs before, of course, something goes wrong and the aliens escape, and then probably the power will go out, so it'll be scary, because this is like, it's not like a really horror dark ride, but, you know, it's something, it's intense, you know, it's got a good story. But so, you know, guests will ride around and the aliens will attack them, and then you'll get to the end and the power will come back on. They'll be like, oh, thank you for, well, not thank you, just like, oh, sorry, we didn't mean for that to happen. But so, yeah, so let's start building the ride. So, first off, we're gonna take this around here. Yeah, right like that. And we're gonna take it right here. Curve around here, and then we're gonna make a block break section now, or yeah, block breaks. Now you have your station right here. This is where guests board, and then usually in most rides, like Test Track is a good example, the ride leaves the station and goes just a little ways before it comes to another stop, And this is for two things. One, this is a seatbelt check to make sure that everybody's securely fastened, and once the ride starts, nobody will like leave the vehicle and mess with things. And this is also too, so if you know, cars get backed up, they won't be like one on top of the other. This like breaks it up. So we're gonna make a short block station check section right here. It's about 3 long. That's good. And then we'll have a door right here that introduces guests to the ride. So then you'll come in here, and first up will be a laboratory scene, I'm thinking. I haven't really got it all planned out yet. I got like a basic idea inside my head. But so you'll ride through the laboratory here. And it's good too to keep your track condensed, because like, you know, most dark rides, they can fit them into one warehouse sized building, so you don't really want to, you know, have the track go all the way around here. You want to condense it to a small area, because, you know, you don't really want to build a huge building. So it'll come around here, and then we'll have a few show scenes. We'll take a turn here, take a turn here, and then let's throw in a spin. And then we'll do that. And then I'm thinking we slow down right here, and they're like, oh no, aliens are escaping. Then you come around here and they start attacking. We'll throw in another S-bend. Come around here, make it go diagonal, and then we'll take it back around, and we can take it out here. That kind of lines up. And then we'll have like the post-show movie right here, and then we'll come back around to the final station. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not gonna be long enough. Okay. Let's see how can we do this. Yeah. So put more block breaks here. Come around. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see what we gotta do here. We can delete this station right now. Delete that. And there we go. There's our basic ride layout. And we will probably go back and change this, but this is just like a rough layout, like your different sections. So next time I'll lay out like a map of our different show scenes once I get it all together. But this is our basic ride layout, and there you go. So that's it for this episode. Today we talked about the pre-show and the basic story. And next time, like I said, we'll get more in depth in show scenes, and I'll talk about lighting and all that good stuff. So I've been Josh, and this is Building a Dark Ride. If you want to see more, remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in part 5. Later.